Alan Kilcaller, you're on the air.
Greetings and salutations, gentlemen.
Oh, hey, Mr. Tate. How are you, sir? It's been a while since we've spoken with you.
I am doing well. I have been quite busy, as you might expect. But I thought I would tune into your little program and perhaps lend my thoughts, as it were. If I could possibly get in a word edgewise. You know how these women are. I must say I fully subscribe to your views about women on the radio after listening to that most recent segment.
So what is your thoughts and what is your advice for someone who seems to be struggling with the details of being an artist in a commercial sense?
Well, I am a magnanimous fellow, as it were. I am willing to make all these difficulties disappear. I am, Susan is, she's out of town for the weekend. I heard she was having to go to, some place with a bunch of corn in it. It might be somewhere near you, Neely, but, I don't get into her business. But since she is away, I have command of the checkbook here, and I am more than willing to write Miss Freeman a check. I am more than willing to, put my Jeff Hancock, as it were. Put pen to paper, apply my Jeff Hancock, and cut her a check, but of course with a caveat. Now, these Kickstarter or GoFuckMe campaigns or whatever they are.
Yeah.
They always have a sort of tier of rewards, that sort of thing. That's from my understanding, my perusal of, those pathetic other fellows, their investment campaign, so to speak. Completely ridiculous, but of course it was brought to my attention. But, I think for $2,000, I should get the ultimate treatment. And I think you know what I mean.
Hand job?
Hand job? Are you kidding?
That's the $50 plan, right?
I want the entire enchilada for $2,000. Hand jobs are nice, but they're a lot like birthday cards. When they don't have money in them, they're not much good without after you're 16 years old.
Nice.
Now, suppose if I were to cut her a check for 2 G's, I would expect, a full night, 12 hours. I would want, everything under the sun. I would want, missionary. I would want cowgirl. I would want doggy style. I would want reverse cowgirl. I would want every hold available. I would want a full domination and, I would want a full domination session. Now, I understand she is a bit of a practitioner in domination and submission. Is that correct?
She did explore that avenue, Mr. Tate.
I recall her speaking on this program about her interest in that subculture. Now, I assume that the exploration has not really progressed that much. Now, I am willing to offer myself for $2,000 as a real live guinea pig, so to speak, upon which she can experiment and explore the intricacies, the ins and outs, as it were. Of course, they always say there's no sex involved, and I can tell you that that's complete bunkum.
Now, would you be providing instruction, or would you just let her fumble around, just kind of be awkward about it?
Well, a certain amount of fumbling is certainly attractive, but at some point I would have to take the reins and assume command, and I would still be in my submissive role, but I would say things such as, "Mistress, perhaps you might." "Mistress, I would like it greatly if you would see your way clear to tickling my nutsack or something."
Yeah, but I thought dominatrix wasn't for your pleasure. It was about serving a dominant female, and it wasn't about your pleasure. It was about their pleasure and, having them or having you serve them. Am I mistaken in that?
Well, I'm $2,000 into the deal. What do I get out of it?
True.
Good point.
But, we could record the session. It could be the second installment of my trilogy. Of course, as you know, the first installment is the key. Perhaps
Yes.
the second installment could be the V.
Speaking of that, Mr. Tate, why are those other phonies releasing music the same time that the world is preparing for your opus?
You know, that is something we tried to hammer out. Well, Susan was assisting us, but those turncoats, they're doing it again. They're trying to steal my thunder, but once again, I am beating them to the punch, so to speak.
I don't know. They put out a song today, a full song.
So, it's just a song. It's the usual shit. The record does not come out until October. You know, mine comes out a full month beforehand. Again. And, of course, mine will blow them off the map the way Frequency Unknown, you know, that was a unique and singular experience. Meanwhile, you know, their attempt at you know, I don't know what they call it, their little kettle whistle or whatever it is, it you know, it sank into the mire of the typical, you know, the grave diggers and the blind guardians and the hammer falls and all that sort of claptrap.
Right. Just garbage. That's what I think.
Absolutely. Now, may we speak for a moment about the concept involved with the key?
You may.
Now, I know I spoke in the press about a lot of, you know, mumbo-jumbo, a lot of metaphysical bullshit, but I'm giving you an exclusive. I don't mind telling you that it has a much more earthy subtext, and it is about, you know, the key. What sort of key comes to mind when you think of the word the key?
The bad book about metaphysical meditation?
No, just the first thing that comes to mind when you think the word key.
A lock?
A key to what?
Your heart?
Well, no, not exactly. Something a bit more immediate, a bit more primal.
Your house?
No.
To your
Not even
car?
your car.
Yeah, to your
What
car.
about, I think this is something the V might be acquainted with. What about a chastity belt?
Well, it's a little bit of a stretch, Jeff, for this modern day, you know, audience. I'm not thinking we're in the 1600s.
Well, no, that is it's a common part of fetish gear. You know, let us say that I and Susan were involved in a you know, a sadomasochistic relationship, and I had to go out on tour. I would leave Susan in a chastity belt, and I would keep the key with me, and you know, she would remain in that chastity belt until I returned. Of course, are we talking about Susan, or are we talking about someone who, you know, someone like?
Okay.
You know, when we, you know, she's an impressionable girl. You know, she might go out with one of these video game nerds that go to her school. You know, I can't have that. So, you know, she can't be trusted to look after her own affairs.
That's right.
When Susan and I are out of town. So, you know, yes, we do employ that device. It is harsh, but this is America. We are still able to parent our children in the way that we see fit. And, you know, we have a special nickname for her. You know, when we leave, we have to make accommodations for Puta Tanta. And that is, we refer to her by her Spanish name, Puta Tanta. That roughly translates as, well, stupid cunt.
Well, I think Chris can appreciate that the most.
I know a lot of people that should be named that.
I have no doubt, Christopher, your bottomless well of anger. It doesn't surprise me in the least.
Especially this week.
Oh, boy. I definitely met some puta cuntas to this week. Holy shit.
Puta Tanta, as in, you know, the female form of Tonto, as in hi-ho Tonto, Tanta.
Tanta.
Yes, T-O-N-T-A.
Got it. Puta
Tanta. There's
Got
a
it.
lot of
Puta
T's
Tanta.
in that word.
Got it. I will use that all next week.
Absolutely. You know, it's good to experiment with other languages, and, you know, I am bilingual, of course. I'm multicultural, and sometimes when I'm on tour and I'm partaking of a Hispanic lass, sometimes I'm going to surprise her by shouting out at the moment of climax, "Mi coro! Mi coro!"
Right. Mr. Tate, I've been meaning to ask you as well about the key. From the album art that I've seen the black man with the important elements of the Tri-Reich that have been, I'll say, reconstituted on his medallion. Is that black chest yours?
That is absolutely the case. I came upon, I made the what shall we say, the revelation that I am a black man on this very program. So, yes, it should come as no surprise to your listenership that is, in fact, my very own pectoral region.
As it should be. There's no reason to hire an actor or a model for that, is there, Jeff?
Of course not. You saw my ebony, hairless chest. And I like to think the V saw it, and it made her as hot as that poster made me.
So has your ebony coloration migrated north of your
penal area?
Well, the pigmentation is it's a bit odd, as it is often with us. High yellow, so to speak. No, it's a bit splotchy, to be totally honest with you.
Are you the anti-Michael Jackson?
I don't like to invoke his name, but I suppose you could say that. Maybe I should do some Michael Jackson covers on one of the albums. Possibly a bonus track. Possibly. What's a good Michael Jackson song that I might record?
Beat It,
Diana.
Wonderful choice. And also, what about In the Closet?
In the Closet. Black and White.
Possibly a duet with someone, some meathead power metal vocalist. We could sing a duet on "The Girl Is Mine." The doggone girl is mine.
You and Rob Halford?
Is that about Miranda?
Listen, Rob, we're not going to fight about this, are we? Well, I suppose that is really all that I have to relate at the moment, but I just wanted to chime in and, offer my assistance to the V, of course, at fair market value. It's a little bit of tit for tat, so to speak.
Right. Lots of tit there, Jeff.
I do mean that literally. I mean $2,000 worth of tit.
Right. Selling it by the pound.
$2,000 worth of tit is good enough for $2,000, and this is very. I might say that this is very high quality sperm for someone my age. I got the vitamin, all the vitamin supplements. I got those vitamin pills kicking.
You do.
Well, we will pass your offer on to the V. That's V for Veronica, not vagina.
So she says. Of course, we all believe her, don't we?
Right.
Of course.
Of course, in Christopher's asexual world, that means V for Volbeat.
What?
Because you hate all women these days because they have vaginas.
That is true.
You did tell Kelly that earlier.
They have vaginas and you don't, Christopher. Don't worry. You can always transform yourself.
As much as I like to fuck them, I wish they'd all die in a fire. I hate them.
So you can be the only woman in their lives. Caitlin Aiken. I like it.
Right. Into the fire.
Well, that is all. I'll be toddling off now. And I'll leave you to your little program, and maybe you can play some. Perhaps you can play some Scanner for me.
Scanner,
or Sacred Steel, or one of those other cheeseball European power metal bands.
Right.
All those ones that you like, Neely. Your Astral Doors.
Yeah, I like them guys.
the doors to your ass.
Exactly. All right, Mr. Tate, it's always a pleasure to hear from you. It's been a long time, but I'm glad you checked in.
Absolutely, and you'll be hearing more from me as the promotional machine ramps up.
That's right. Well, we're looking forward to the Key, not those other fucking hacks, but your record, Mr. Tate.
Absolutely, the Key, the V, and me.
Right.
The G. Fuck you, pal.
The Key, the V, the me, the G.
The G.
Nice. All right, very good.
All right.